Hello, I'm James O'Brien, and it's that time of the year again. We've been poring over some of the more popular clips from my programme, charged with the almost impossible task of selecting the best bits. Here we go.
The United Kingdom's a fantastic country, and people have got brains in their heads and they're intelligent.
Well,
they're
not all intelligent, are they?
Well, I don't know.
Well, of course you know. 50% of the population is of below, or 49.9% of the population is of below average intelligence.
Well, that's a statistic I've never heard of, but I'll have to take your word for it.
Well, let's just think about it, shall we? What's half of 100%?
50.
What is going to be below half of 100?
49.999.
So what percentage of the population is of below average intelligence?
Yeah, but where are you getting that statistic from?
Where do you think I'm getting it from?
I have no idea. You tell me.
I'm just counting. I'm just counting.
So that's your opinion that 49.999% of the population of the United Kingdom are below average intelligence?
No, it's not my opinion. It's a mathematical fact.
Where is this mathematical fact published?
Well, you don't need to publish it because 50% is half of 100%.
Do you know, on mathematical things, as you'll know if you listen to Mystery Hour, I'm at my least, mathematical and scientific, I'm at my least confident. So even on a call like this, where I'm fairly clear that I'm correct, it is counting. There's still, I don't know if you can see it, there's still a little tiny bit of me that wonders whether it's me that's missing the point as opposed to Alan.
To say that people are below, half the population is below intelligence is quite insulting.
Below average intelligence, Alan?
Well, either, right, is insulting.
To who?
I really think it is.
To who?
Well, to the population of the United Kingdom.
If we can save the DNA of one human to restore humanity itself in the event of our extinction by an alien life form billions of years hence, who would it be?
Go on, have a guess. One human being, right, out of all the humans in the history of humans, all the humans in the history of human history. This is a fascinating bit of academic research that has found or created the ability to save the DNA of a full human. So you could theoretically, and don't check me up on the science, bring back that human at some unspecified point in the future. Who are you going to go for?
James, Stephen Fry.
Oh, come off it.
Aliens would love a recreation of Blackadder.
This is from JVR. Anne Widdecombe. She might be bitter, but she's strong. I'm going for Luke Littler at the moment. The man's a prodigy.
What sprang to mind with me straight away was Gary Barlow.
Gary Barlow?
Why?
Because he's just...
I haven't seen this clip yet, but if it doesn't include what must be one of my finest jokes of the year, then heads are going to roll.
He's young, he's fit, he's a handsome man, and he's... and hold on, let me finish. And he's squeaky clean.
I didn't have the joke. I don't believe it. Do you know what I said? You know what Gary Barlow would sing if he was the first human being ever to be brought back from extinction by a future theoretical alien? Back for good. I'm here all week. So whenever I address matters agricultural, which has happened quite a lot lately, I am very conscious of Alan Partridge's infamous encounter with the farmer when he managed to enrage and alienate the entire farming community. And until relatively recently, I think I've done a pretty good job, even when being a critical friend of farmers, I've done a pretty good job of keeping things quite sweet. Until this guy rang in.
We've had the offers
shouting at
for
me
solar
again.
panels. We've had the offers for wind farms.
Well, there you go. Then what are you complaining about?
Because we don't want to concrete over the land. I know you're a townie. I know you're happy living in your liberal elite world of London. But for us, the countryside is the countryside. It's where our food comes from, James.
So you've been offered...
You seem to have forgotten that. You seem to have forgotten that, haven't you, James?
Charlie, you
can't
don't...
accept it.
Okay, mate. I'm going to have a
I'm
little...
not your mate. I hate you. I think you're an idiot.
Okay.
I think you're a lefty, liberal, woke idiot.
Mate, they are telling you that they're going to give you money with which you can then pay your inheritance tax. And you're saying, I don't want it. I want to carry on earning a pittance.
Exactly.
Oh, well, then we're in agreement then.
We're farming an outstanding area of natural beauty. We don't want to see solar panels there. I'm shocked, but not surprised that you do.
Well, I don't like fossil fuels.
Oh, well, in that case, let's tarmac the countryside.
No,
James doesn't like fossil fuels. Let's tarmac the AOMBs. Let's tarmac them. Yeah, get some solar farms on there. Yeah, why not, James?
I think
hey, James, you like immigrants.
Charlie.
You probably want to see some homes there as well, don't you?
I've tried to give you a fair hearing.
You haven't at all.
Okay.
I pointed the facts to you and you won't accept it.
Okay.
You know nothing, James. Stick in your London liberal lefty wokeism. You know nothing about farming.
10:53.
There's an extraordinary phenomenon. I don't know what you'd call it, but on the very rare occasions that I'm lost for words because the scale of the verbal violence. This guy shouting, "I hate you! I hate you!" He acknowledged elsewhere in the call that he doesn't actually listen to the programme. They're always the ones who claim that they haven't been given a fair hearing. I honestly think I could stay there silent for the entire duration of the call, and at the end of it, I'd be accused of talking over him and not letting him get a word in edgeways. What's he doing here?
Thank you, Nick. The time is approaching 10 o'clock and, well, there's a lot to get through today. For example, have you ever had violent race riots named after you, or indeed been accused by the head of the Met of emboldening the racist thugs responsible? Has your vile and ignorant rhetoric ever helped instigate attempts to burn people alive in their beds? Have you ever cited a self-described misogynist facing rape and people trafficking charges in Romania as a trustworthy news source for events in the UK? Or described yourself as part of a similar phenomenon to him? Have you ever helped a convicted woman beater get elected to the UK Parliament? And have any newly elected MPs spent more time in America getting binned off by Donald Trump than they have in their own constituency? And what would you call someone who answers yes to all those questions?
Here's the thing. Here's another question. Would I have done that if he hadn't actually been in the room at the time? I don't think I would, for the record. And that is just a tiny taster of how unpredictable live phone-in radio can be, and of course how enjoyable. Don't forget, if you enjoy the visuals, you can actually watch all the shows now on YouTube in glorious Technicolor.